beat this Italian team on day one. Austria have lost 2 games in their pool before winning against Grant O'Gorman. And Ben Saxton knocking out one of the surprise teams of the tournament, winning their pool, the Canadians. Good start for Italy. The sky ball's away, even indoors. No dramas for Carambula, even under the roof. And there's a dig as well. Carambula is just flaring it early on. Carambula, the lefty, is somebody in this game who's a bit different. Could play for Italy, the United States, or Uruguay if he wanted to. Chose Italy a few years ago. Oh, off one arm, so much spin on the ball, and that's what he generates. Rossi back to the line. Carambula says sorry. And for Carambula, just expect the unexpected all the time. There's one of these yesterday that went to the stars and scored against Switzerland, who they beat to get hit. Dropping it in short on Carambula, trying to get him underneath the block. Either team not the biggest on the world tour, but now moving it around. Rossi Carambula doing what Rossi Carambula do best, and that's just making the block work across the face of the net. Straight down the center. Good serving from Italy, really limiting Austria in their attacks. But once again, you have to give so much credit to Seidl. Not many options being served down the middle. Takes away some angles, but the reactions and the quick touches of the ball unsettle Italy at their own game and score. Carambula the target, he goes after the angle as well. On 2, Rossi on the turn. This is exactly how this game's going to be. Pretty big rallies, but heart in mouth. Staff, Carambula goes short. Austria have had a good start. Knuckle over the top, well seen again. Chasing hard is Carambula. What's he got up his sleeve this time? A chip to the line is a good one. And for Carambula, in his first ever main draw game in the AVP, all the way back in 2010, he's 31 now. He defeated the very, very good John Mayer, who's actually here coaching Billy Allen and Stafford Slick. They're having a great tournament. And Olympian Jeff Nygaard, just gone off the top of the hands. Carambula actually used to play with the Stafford Slick as well, right at the very start. Rossi goes late to try and defend the angle. But for Carambula, he's born and raised in Uruguay, where he lived until he moved to the United States. Waller showing the line, chipping the angle. Dummy 2 ball, trying to pull the blocker away. It's very good discipline from Seidl at the net, and he breaks the second time. Both teams having to stay so disciplined with their eyes and feet and hands in the block. Rossi flirting that 2 ball all day long. And again, before falling away with his hands extending to the target. away from the body. Waiting is Carambula, and that's Carambula working that wrist as he does so well. They beat Mirko Gersten and Adrian Heydrich on the outside court yesterday, 21-11, 21-13. They really fizzed the ball around against a very good Swiss team led by Michi Suter. But this is a new challenge. They've beaten the next door neighbors, but now against Austria, they have a different challenge. Slightly smaller team, more dynamic themselves, but for a team that weren't supposed to be here. They got the call up the morning before. And now they're taking it by storm. Two ball from Austria. Magnificent. Ace from Austria. And for Seidl and Vóley, this is one of the biggest moments for them. Played many a big game in Austria. Vienna, such a great host of these events. Knuckling back to the line, knowing his angles well, Carambula. 8-6 the score. Hamburg really joining the great hosts of this event. Vienna is another tour stop on the way that was the World Championships 2 years ago, and one of the players' favorites to play in. And for young Austrians now around the world, they watch Vienna and it gives them something to really aspire to. And since just having Doppler and Horst, there's so much more depth now in Austrian beach volleyball because of Klagenfurt, because of Vienna, and the influence that's had on their game. Quick play behind, Rossi fires long. Stepping out, back to the line, Rossi. Not two mistakes in a row from him. And is there a favourite in this game? Who knows? Results could be slightly better for Austria. And there's so much talk about Rossi Carambula at the start of the year. To the line, Rossi again. Linea was the call, Linea was the result. Becoming second in the Sydney three-star meant that Carambula was back in business with his new partner, Rossi. But as soon as that competition finished, they had to travel all the way to Doha to play 3 days later in the qualifier. And they actually lost in the qualifier in Doha, which was frustrating for them. But in Sharman, they bounced straight back with a top 4 result, and then 2/9 after that. So it's up and down stuff for them. They haven't really been consistently in the top 4 at the big events, but every team will fear Carambula Rossi and the way that they play the game. Miss serves and 1 point to the technical timeout at 21 points here. And this is still has an element of interest to it because both teams play slightly similar at times. Carambula now from way downtown. Always hits with that audacious side spin. Whip of the arm and the wrist as well. Challenge from Mr. Skyball. One challenge remaining. That one did not go the way of Italy, although they do have the lead into the technical. And after watching Krasilnikov and Stoyanovsky just beat Taylor Crabb and Jake Gibb 2-0 comfortably, the winner of this game will play Krasilnikov and Stoyanovsky from Russia. And they're one of the most fancy teams in this tournament alongside the Beach Volley Vikings. Christian Sorum, Anders Moll won 5 competitions in a row last summer. They won 3 in a row in 3 weeks in 3 continents earlier on this year. They're up against the Olympic bronze medalist from London, Martins Plavins, and his partner, Ekkas Toks. Stafford Slick and Billy Allen, after probably the best win of their career yesterday against Evandro, the world champion from 2017, and his partner, the world champion from 2015 and Olympic gold medalist from 2016, Bruno Schmidt. They won that 2-0, and now they've set up a really big tie here against Nikolai and Lupo. Nikolai and Lupo coming back from an injury. They've not played much this year, but they're doing well enough to still give themselves such a great opportunity to be in the mix of the quarterfinals of the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championship. Tied at 11s. Good time this for Austria. On to passing from Carambula. Trying to push the ball onto the net, create an angle to get the ball in on 2. Challenge now from Austria. Both teams using challenges in the last couple of points. Net touch on Rossi. The ball was quick and flat from Carambula onto the net, but was there a net touch? There is a net touch from Austria. It's a net touch from Austria, though, and not from Italy. So the success of the challenge, not this time with the Austrians, and it's a 2-point game once again here. Rossi serving, charging through in 2-ball. No, sometimes teams use a 2-ball to try and stretch the blocker penetrating in, but they do stretch the blocker, this time by chipping over the angle. Late moves from Rossi, late moves from Carambula. Another serve goes astray. And you feel again that this game hasn't quite got going yet. There's still plenty more big plays coming our way as Carambula's deciding to go with the short serve. It's a good one as well. Loads of spin, making it drop quick. Off the hands, potentially of Rossi. No, the challenge from Austria. They're gunning off it. Rossi may have just admitted the touch, which is very kind of him. Hawkeye would show it anyway. If there is a touch off the hands of Rossi. The other Italian team, Nicolai Lupe, going very soon in this tournament, but Carambula, his platform is so solid, working the ball with width to the pin, and then allowing Rossi to brush it back angle. Two Italian teams still left in this competition. No Italian team have ever won this World Championship. From the right side, back to the line, all over at Carambula. Chance to open up a three-point lead. Cover from Rossi, who's really performing here before he misses out of the sideline. Played with Caminati for a long time, but never quite went to the heights that this team are striving for under Salustri. Padding away from the body, and it's well away from the body and well away from the sideline as well. Waiting and dunking the Italians. Robin Seidl waits and lurks for the shot of Carambula. Swats it to 15-all. Major block, major moments. Great run this for the Austrians. They've had a real hot streak. Carambula the target, trying to get that ball in on two somehow if he can, and that's a huge, huge effort from him. When you look back at the winners of this competition, the only two nations who have won this competition that aren't the United States or Brazil are Germany and the Netherlands. Graham Houston 2013, Brink Reckerman, Stavanger 2009. Apart from that, it's all been about United States and Brazil, but you can't forget about Argentina either. And Klagenfurt in 2001, Barisetti and Martin Conde, legends of the game. Seidl chips high over Rossi. Composed this from Austria. And with no Doppler Horst, the finalists from 2017, could be a new Austrian team flying that flag. Setting really quick. That's exactly what Carambula wants. He wants a quick play through the middle to lose the blocker, so he can cannon it through that angle. Passing short, attacking from the right side. Big from Austria. And so far, Seidl and Vóley have been hot on the heels of the Italians, who had the slightly better start, but it's a long way to go here. Carambula back to the high line off the hands. They're going so late, Austria, in their movements, because they know that Carambula's going to chip away at some stage. He's also going to have to hit hard at some time to hold the defender, otherwise it'll be too routine. Sky ball again from Carambula. Loads of spin on that one from the left side. One-handed dig, Rossi's nowhere near that one. Vola sides out as we look at Carambula trying to put as much spin on that ball as possible. The sky ball, a dying art, although Carambula is bringing it back into fashion. Rossi, jump setting, no block, but there is a dig, second opportunity, put right down from Rossi, who points straight to Mr. Skyball. Carambula comes in, jump sets on two, trying to hold the block of Austria. Seidl doesn't even go near the net. Rossi hits the defender right in the bread bin, but fortunately for him, the overpass means he can put it away the second time of asking. Now the game's heating up. There we go. Especially at 18-all from Carambula to bring that one out. Haven't seen it so far. Right side play, Rossi! 2 in a row. Effective Rossi. Aggressive in his work at the net. 2 big plays for Italy in a row. There you have it. Italy take the opening set of this round of 16 game. An error from Austria, but after 2 magical plays, they play with flair, the Italians. Austria have a lot of work to do, but they are causing problems for Italy here. Well, the match statistics, 1-0, more aces from Austria, but 16 kills to 12, 1 block each. Unforced errors, still high from the Italians, but the side-out percentage better overall. The service placement. More on Seidl. 54% to be exact on the inside hand. Carambula jump setting his way to the opening set with Enrico Rossi. Maybe that's a sign of where this game is going. Jump setting, blockers doing their utmost to keep up with quick offenses and wide plays. Second set. The winner of this one meet Russia. In the quarters, back to the angle, showing the line. That's a great swing. Sells Carambula one thing and does a bit of Carambula to Mr. Skyball. It's another one that just flies off the handle. He shows the line. Carambula tries to make the read, but it's the wrong one. Out of system again. Trying to get the ball on as quick as possible. Outside hand is firm from Austria. Fine start from them, vigorous stuff. Really Rossi can only really go to the line there, and as he lands, he looks to Carambula and says, "Where were you?" Through the arms, field goal, Rossi, point for Italy. Rossi again diving into the angle, the perimeter of court pierced by Seidl. And as this draw heats up, that one's so good. This top half of the draw is really interesting. Rossi onto... Because the winner of this game well, they play Krasilnikov and Stoyanovski, but the other side of the draw includes Fijilek and Brill, Andre and George, Semenov, Leshikov, and Bourne Crab. It's a big day down there. Fijilek and Brill have been to many finals of the World Tour, but never won one together. Austria, they run their offense pretty well as well. Change of ends, they've taken that first one. Have to go risk versus reward for their serve. No problems with that. And back to the line in the other game on the outside court. Semenov and Leshikov are struggling against Bourne and Crab. It looks as if America are going to have a team through to the quarters with Bourne and Crab. That would be a very good week's work for them under Jose Loyola. Also, Trevor Crab going further in this competition than brother Taylor Crab, who just got knocked out with Jake Gibb. Good from Rossi. Andre and George coming past Fijilek and Brill, so the Brazilians have gone through instead of the Polish. The Polish are out, which is a big result again for Andre, who's reigning world champion with Evandro. But will we see a world champion from Austria? Who knows? Doppler Horst making the final in 2017. From off the net, from nowhere. Seidl whips back, chops angle. Carambula is there again, but the first touch for Carambula there is a little bit un-Carambula-esque. You can see how frustrated he is when that ball hits the floor from Austria. To the sideline, Carambula charging in. It's another look off the body from him. It's what he's got so well on lockdown. Holds the eyes, looks for the defender and beats him to the sideline. So now Brazil already have one team in that quarterfinal. Alison Alvaro going later on, back across the court. The errors are creeping in now for Austria. But Alison, Olympic gold medalist from 2016, a legend of the sport through those days with Emmanuel against the likes of Dalhouser, Rogers. It's not been Alison's year or two, that's for sure, since winning the gold medal in Rio. But they're coming back again. And for Alison and Alvaro, it's a huge game out here later on against the only German team left in this competition, the German favourites, Julius Toller, who made 12 blocks last night to qualify them through. And Clemens Wickler. Wide plays, high knuckle, jumbo knuckle from Carambula, and a little nod of agreement as well. Fans love watching Carambula. And because he's only 6 foot tall, in today's game, he needs to be creative. And that shows ball control of the highest class. To the inside. Again, they've seen a weakness here in Rossi's blocking. Rossi spread blocking, trying to take as much room as possible, leaving big gaps through his hands, and his hands going outside into block. That's interesting. Difference between that from Rossi and the likes of Anders Mol is that his arms go inside out. Speed. That's all they're doing, running it quick to the stick and beating the line. Austria doing something similar. Seidl, good feet from Seidl to get him inside the flight of the ball to then whip it back to the line. They're really targeting Rossi here and his block, that's for sure. They really are. Width again. One way and then the other. Italy will get you down the line. Creative stuff for the Italians. It really is. The width on the ball, giving avenues for Rossi to score down. Seidl again from Carambula. Rossi, who's been a target for Austria, clamps another one, and a 2-point lead goes with it. Seidl again from Mr. Seidl, Adrian Carambula. You have to be special at 6 feet to be successful in this game. Carambula and Rossi working together is a very good recipe for success here. Ace from Carambula, who looks straight back to the coaching staff and points at his head. because that's smart. He throws one up to the stars in the Rottenbahn. And then the next time, he goes straight back and does this. Unbelievable. From Carambula, the camera catches it all. He looks as if he's gonna skyball, the whistle goes, and then bosh, straight down the middle. Carambula is crafty, he's creative, and it's working out for Italy. It's all in there from Carambula. Great rip from the right side. Seidl stays aggressive on it. Blocked out last time. And now he goes back to try and hit around the block and not through it. Dummy two ball from Rossi, knuckle back to the line. It's a play that we know that Carambula has. The dummy two ball pulls the blocker in, the defender sits where they are. Carambula knows there's loads of space with the knuckle that side. Good creativity and good work of the court from Mr. Skyball. No block. Too accurate to the sideline. Great ice through the net from the Austrian. On two from Rossi. Seen though. Unbelievable from Austria. They get the ball on the net from nowhere. Vóley stays relaxed and calm the whole way through. Seidl chases hard to get the ball on the net. And look who pops up at the net to put it away. Vóley. Over the top of Rossi. Jumboing Carambula. Rossi running quick, it's very quick as well. And once again, the block can't get formed, drifting off the hands from Rossi. The two ball working with him. And also when they try and stay away from Carambula, inside out play, because of the two ball, they go back to Rossi. Rossi just runs them around so quickly. Another sky ball. Very much in system though from Austria, but it's an error. And you can see the frustration. Mr. Skyball grabs another one. Italy look like they've got 1 foot in the quarterfinals here in Hamburg. Passing off the net. It's another good serve from Carambula, whose skyball causes all sorts of destruction. Seidl trying to keep the ball and the dream alive for Austria. Really going up to his partner and giving him as much as possible in terms of support and encouragement. Carambula once again has this ability to stay smooth, show the angle, roll light. showing the angle is almost enough sometimes to score the point to the line, because the defender is so sure it's coming that way, or at least has to respect it. Off the body. This time, Carambula with the jump set. It's not a set, it's an attack! What are we watching from Carambula? Are those hands clean? Yes. Is he setting it the way that he's facing? Yes. Does it matter that he's jumping? No. Does it catch Austria by surprise? Well, it's Carambula. Of course, Austria are caught by surprise. Huge from Carambula. The first one, creative and crafty. The second one, physical. What's he got, Carambula? He's got a bit of everything in every compartment of the game. He's fired up. 18-13. And looking at this draw, Carambula and Rossi weren't even in it until the day before. Really. Sierra Leone pulled out, Carambula, Rossi in. And now look, 8 teams left. Who's there? Carambula looks like he's going through with Rossi. He brings something unique to this sport that you really have to appreciate, Carambula. Flair. In a game of rising physicality, somebody at 6 feet tall can just do this. No, I'm not going to skyball. I'm just going to whip it down the middle and ace it. And when you look at the draw, the physicality with the players as well, it's going to be great to see a team that plays quick and unique as the Italians in the draw. No 1-2, don't do it! It's been dug. Again. On 2, put away. The rules have changed so much in the game that Carambula can just set the ball on 2 on the first contact with his hands. Second time, suffer that from Enrico Rossi. We're talking about Carambula a lot, but Enrico Rossi has been pretty solid as well. Carambula does not tick without Enrico Rossi next to him, providing the stability and the physicality in his spiking and the blocking phase of the game. 2 points will do it for Italy. Carambula just sticks an arm out forever. Austria, who had the slightly better start in this second set, have just been blown away by the intelligence of the Italians. And this fit with the Italians and Marco Salustri seems to be a good one as well. Inside for Rossi. Well, that's a bit boring from them, but it scores. Very traditional for Enrico Rossi and Carambula to hit a normal set. Match point number 1. Carambula fakes the sky ball again, and instead of hitting a float serve, he hits a spin serve. What are we watching? off the hands and out of play. Everybody has to be super aware of Carambula in this competition now. It seems that instead of going to training and working on passing, setting and spiking, he just goes and gets creative and invents something new. Another trick shot. This time off the hands, out of play. Second set point, quick plays for Rossi. Italy, a team that weren't on the entry list until the final preparation day, have made it till the weekend of the finals for Carambula and Rossi. They took a plane trip the day before as soon as they heard that Sierra Leone had pulled out, and they made it to the quarterfinals of the biggest competition of the year. You have to feel for the Austrians. They fought very hard, but once again, Carambula and Rossi love the big occasion and they love the big show. Carambula goes to see the coach. There is Marco Salustri.